Rather than wait for another villain to threaten the world, why don't we take over the world? We simply defeat all who oppose us, rein in any unpredictable factors, and efficiently run the world from the shadows with an iron fist.
First adventure is... Well, I'm sorry, the first adventure is... It's a really fun episode. Like, I didn't quite know what to think of it. Okay, it's going to be the first story, the first meeting of Scrooge and Della and Donald. I'm like, okay, well, this never really happened. I like the letter we get to see from Scrooge is...
Dear Scrooge, I am sending your angel niece and nephew, Della and Donald, to stay with you while their father is in hospital. A giant firecracker exploded under his chair. The little darlings are so playful.
The same letter that Donald got from Della in the original cartoon when they first meet Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So there's that. And this story is really more about Bradford than anyone else. Like, yeah, Scrooge goes from being someone who doesn't want to admit he likes going on adventures to someone who really loves going on adventures. But it really is trying to explain Bradford. And what I've learned about Bradford is, well, I know what he wants, you know. He keeps saying control, but I didn't quite know what he wanted with control. Even in Let's Get Dangerous, I didn't quite get it. Maybe just because I'm a bit slow sometimes. But now we see exactly what he wants. He wants order. And yeah, he says it before, but we're not sure what kind of order he wanted. Did he just want a sort of no surprises, aspect for foul, or is he just going for something else? What he wants is, hey, no chaos. The world will be fine with no chaos. And even when he explains it to Von Drake, it doesn't feel like Von Drake is getting where it's coming from, or more likely because of how, Bradford says it. And when Scrooge, finds out, when Scrooge confronts Bradford in this story, he pretty much says exactly what Bradford has sort of been arguing against. When Scrooge says,
"It's about to get worse. You've made a powerful enemy today. Now that we know who you are, we will tear the world apart to find you. I'm Scrooge McDuck. As long as adventure courses through my veins, no villain can best me."
To him, that's more chaos. And Black Heron just sort of hammers it home. Like, here's what I'm pretty sure is going to happen by the end of this. Bradford is going to snap. He's going to reveal he's going to go over the edge, and he'll be more insane and deranged than... There's one issue I really have with this, and it's sort of a continuity thing. So, in this episode, Scrooge talks about the treasure of the Golden Sons, and he says that he didn't get a souvenir from it.
With it, the ancient temple, the treasure of the Golden Sons, lost forever. I escaped to the Waka River, and that dastardly El Capitan was left to dig in the dirt all alone. In the end, the trip was all for naught. No gold, no treasure. Didn't even get a souvenir out of it. Not worth the effort.
Now, I know Treasure of the Golden Sons is actually one of my favorite stories from the original Ducktales cartoon. It's actually a really cool multi-part story. It's one of the real gems of that era of Ducktales that I think really helped push it to the next level. Multi-part stories usually do that. He says he doesn't have any souvenirs from it, but if you go to the first episode, you see something that has to be from the Treasure of the Golden Sons. It's this coin right here. And it's pretty big, but I'd know that symbol anywhere. It's from the Golden Sons. So, yeah, weird. Maybe they went back for it, who knows. From a Della and Donald standpoint, Donald didn't really win me over. It's more of like a joke. You could say that it's sort of a callback to Don Rosa's take on Donald, where the idea he doesn't quite believe that his uncle did any of that. He's a bit skeptical about it. But even then, Dewey did it better in the pilot episode. Della is showing us, bare minimum, that she definitely sat on Dewey the longest while he was being hatched, when he was an egg, because she is really a lot like Dewey more than anyone else. And then she's like Huey, and then she shares a trait with Louie, which is just the ability to see the angles. Louie must take after his dad. I think that's all there is to it. It's nice to see Von Drake again. This Papyrus thing, This is actually what I think. This episode, I think, also shows the intelligence of Bradford. The fact that he knows exactly how this papyrus works just by hearing about it. Because throughout the episode, we only see two people actually use the papyrus right, Scrooge and Bradford.
What was it? Oh, the papyrus!
All right, kids, I got the good show. Now hand over the papyrus or your family joins the rest of these tragic scalawags.
Papyrus, I ask that you be lost once more until the rightful heir of Scrooge McDuck can find your final resting place. If you hurt my niece and nephew, no one will find the papyrus again.
And I'm more convinced, if anything, that Fowl's plan was to take Scrooge's feather. And I'm also willing to bet, maybe, personal theory, Bradford didn't plan for Della to be lost in space, but someone in Fowl did. Probably Black Heron. But even that's not really Heron's style. Heron would have done it and then found a way for them to find out that she did it. She more than likely would have, come forward and said it, so more than likely not. This treasure was fun. The location reminded me of the Ducktales episode The Golden Fleece, not the comic story The Golden Fleece. But the real humor of this was really just Bradford and Heron. Because, again, Bradford's going to snap. I'm calling it now. He's put up with Heron for years at this rate. At the end game, when it all comes to a head, he's going to do something to Heron. Alright, she's going to push him too far, and it'll be like this scene here.
What? Oh, and I totally killed that guy. Oh, well, at least we still had fun getting here, right, Vegeta? Vegeta? Remember the bug planet? Vegeta? 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 Vegeta?
So anyway, with that in mind, this was a really good episode. It sort of broke the mold. This, I think, might be one of the few episodes where we don't see any of the triplets, let alone Webby. So it was a breath of fresh air. Again, this might be one of my favorite Scrooge episodes. I love a Scrooge episode. So yeah, this was great. Della was great. Well, Della was more dewy, and somehow it works better. Probably because I know the end result, that'll be Della. And again, more Scrooge episodes, some great sight gags. So anyway, with that in mind, let's bring this video to close here. If you're new to the Bucket Think Tank, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, check some other videos, and I'll catch you all later. This is the Bucket Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching, and as always, may your fandom serve you well.
Neither did Fowl. Send the extraction team. I need to get back to Duckburg for an important meeting. I need to hand off my day-to-day business duties. That way, I can spend more time adventuring with my heirs. We'll find that papyrus someday.
Yeah, we will! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! I mean, whatever.